As I said, looking at growth projections for 2012, we had a strong return to growth last year. We had growth coming in at around 5.6% for 2011, and as I said, strong return to growth after the country really fell back but during the financial crisis. Going forward into 2012, what type of outlook are you looking in regards to economic growth?
Good afternoon. At the time my country is hosting the African Cup of Nations, I want to tell you that it is a matter of great joy for my people, because it has been an opportunity to boost our development. And I am pleased to tell you that the Gabonese economy is doing well, and the domestic demand will be the driver, the main driver of our new economic growth.
Let's focus in on what the African Cup of Nations means for Gabon. There's been a big focus in the budget on infrastructure spend. Tell us about the economic benefits that you see coming through from hosting, being a co-host of this key event on the continent.
You know, African Cup of Nations mustn't be regarded as an opportunity. It is an action in our development strategy, since we applied to host it. So we have a plan for our youth, and we want to become a leader in sport, in football mainly, and in economy. We want to set in our country an emerging economy by 2025. So we have begun to deliver by fitting up the land and fitting up the skills of our human resources. So whoever you are, if you want to make money, you have to come to Gabon. It's a land of opportunity and a land of hospitality.
Land of opportunity, but of course the economy is still very much geared towards the oil market and the oil price in particular. 50% of GDP is still coming through from the oil sector. The big concern is around maturing oil fields. What type of investment are you getting into the oil sector in order to counter the concerns and buffer the economy against falling oil prices?
Yes, our economy, based on the trade of raw materials, is tied to the rest of the world economy. But we are doing our best to prevent ourselves from external shocks by promoting relocation of plants here in Gabon to process all our raw materials. Even we are going to import some raw materials to process them in our country, so that we are going to become independent from oil sector or manganese if we have to export them without any processing. We have forbidden 2 years ago, we forbade the export and the trade of logs which are not processed. So, but I don't want to say that diversifying our economy is giving up oil. Oil is very important for us. It is on the basis of the revenue of oil that we are going to finance all the diversification of non-oil sector.
Yeah.
So this year our outlook set a growth rate of 2.8%. It is slightly less than last year because of the crisis in the European Union situation, which is our main trade and commercial outlet and partner.
You've highlighted beneficiation, and you've of course highlighted the non-oil sectors like mining. You've highlighted the timber industry. What are you doing to enhance the investment case for international investors to come into Gabon and invest their money in this growing sector?
We have tackled very thoroughly our indebtedness. The internal debt has been tackled banks united to help the government to tackle that issue. But the only tricky issue which remain to tackle is the external debt. But we are doing our best because external debt service is only 1.4% of our exports receipts.
Now, given the small size of the domestic economy, your fortunes and fate really also tied to the region and the bloc known as CMAC. What type of harmonization in terms of policies are you looking at going forward?
We are the second economy in CMAC region, and we intend to become the leader if our roads, dams, bridges, power, telecommunication, and banking services are doing well. In few years, we are going to become the first economy in CMAC region. And Gabon is the gate. It is a little domestic market, but it is the gate to the 70 million people of CMAC region. So, I repeat, Gabon is really a land of opportunity. Come, you must be the first to come.
Hamidou, we definitely look forward to visiting you. The big question, though, is are you as optimistic about the game tonight with Niger, which is, of course, being hosted in Libreville?
We are optimistic since we are hosting the tournament. And you know, the last time a country of Central Africa hosted the tournament, it is 40 years ago. It was in Cameroon. And it is a country of this region who won it. So if we keep that rule, that principle, I can tell you that our national team will win this cup.